If you do not have the basic knowledge of Chinese metaphysics, is it possible for you to learn 奇门遁甲? Yes, it's possible. 奇门遁甲 technically is a very tough subject, but of course, eventually is how long you take to learn this subject. In the course that I'm having is like 8 months course. It's not a 5-day course, just mind you. It is an 8-month course. So eventually, this 8 months, we're going to cover the basic of this Chinese metaphysics, the history, the schools, how the thing comes about, the basic foundation of 奇门遁甲, the yin and yang, the 5 elements, and even the stars, gods, and even the doors itself. At the same time, we look at all the trigrams, we learn the 5 elements, and then all the major case studies on different sectors on how to interpret all these charts. And at the same time, you'll also be taught on how it is going to be in terms of your understanding and how to ask the questions in a very skillful manner. And then as we go along progressively, it becomes much more complicated and seeing things from different dimensions in terms of the way we ask, the way we interpret it, so on and so forth. At the same time, we also learn what is this thing called the 奇门 destiny chart, looking at a person's character, looking at what are the things that are going to happen to them and their relationship between each of their career, business, marriage, education, health, so on and so forth. And then at the same time, we can anticipate what's going to happen in the next following months or years to come. One thing for sure is, once you are able to understand the basic and foundation of this metaphysics, you'll be able to learn 奇门遁甲. I always stress this. Foundation is very important. If you don't have the foundation, no matter how much you learn, you will never be able to grab the concept of this 奇门遁甲. Once you grab the foundation and the basic itself, you can go further and further. There is no limit of what you can learn in this 奇门遁甲. 奇门遁甲 is always an ongoing process of learning. Even I tell you that 20 years later, after you learn 奇门遁甲, you're still learning. Because every now and then, there will be a lot of new things coming in. You'll discover new angles. You discover new information. And from there, you learn and learn and learn. Of course, you can always self-learn. You don't really have to get, in terms of cost. But once you got the foundation, whatever you discover, it becomes a new learning progress. It is very interesting. As we go along, I also share a lot of new discovery to all my students, and they were so shocked to even discover some of the interesting information I share with them. You see, so it's very interesting to know that this Chinese metaphysics is able to help a person. Question is whether the person believes it. If he believes it, whatever you apply in the actual thing in life, you'll be able to reap the benefit from the whole process. You see, so end of the day is this: don't worry about if you do not have the foundation in this Chinese metaphysics. As long as you're willing to learn, we'll cover all the basic subject, and then you should be able to have a good foundation in about 2 to 3 months time. And then from there, the process of 奇门遁甲, the formulas will be given to you step by step and mold you to become the next champion in this 奇门遁甲. Let's say we have the affinity to become a student, and then from there, maybe we can have a coffee and discuss further. Thank you very much. My name is Douglas Chan.